Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Now a first down throw, Fields.
And his first pass is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Javon Hargrave able to record his 5th sack of the season.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Off play action, Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10,
just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best play is just up from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Montgomery, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. To throw is Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Norris. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go in 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Now, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Here's Fields.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Bears.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. and their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
McCann's got it teed up. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Hurts.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's it. Brings up 3rd and
3. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st.
Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Dancing to his left. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Fields. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Play action. It's Fields.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitask.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here. And this one is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now a throw here to his running back. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
To the air again, Fields.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Day. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time on a catch and run. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished. They're asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Fields' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Hurts.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Day. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a gain of 7.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Play action. Here's Hurts. Out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of it, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 59 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Eagles on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10. Fields now to throw.
He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Javon Hargrave in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. 3rd and long. It's Fields.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Norris. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
They snap it to Fields.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here's Hurts to throw.
It's caught. Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays high.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurts going to keep it running right.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Jennings. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Fields on first down. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the